One click is all it takes to lose everything.
We are in a cyber war. You can either be a defendant or you could be a victim.
The United States government does not care about cybersecurity. Now, yes, that's a harsh statement. And I wish that statement wasn't true. And it actually, as an American citizen, it actually breaks my heart that that's a true statement. I hope in 6, 9, or 12 months it won't be. But unfortunately today, senators, the White House, Congress, they are just not concerned about protecting American cybersecurity. And the reason is simple. They are doing absolutely nothing about it. They are pointing fingers. They are blaming others. They are going in, and it cracked me up. After the Marriott breach, where 500 million records were compromised, United States senators actually had the nerve to come on the media going, yes, this is unacceptable. Something needs to be done about it. They need to be punished. One senator actually said, we should be jailing and fining these people. This is unacceptable behavior. There should be laws. And I'm like, wait. That's your job. That's like me bringing my car to the mechanic, telling them to fix my car and give it a tune-up. And then when I drive away and the car's broken and I go back to the mechanic goes, you know something? You should really find a good mechanic. You should really get a tune-up. That's your job, right? That's crazy. In the real world, we would never accept that. Why are we letting these senators get off the hook? Because I'll tell you, Mr. and Mrs. Congressmen, you do not have the right to sit on the sidelines when a breach occurs and blame those companies. Your hands are bloody. This is on you. For over 4 years, cybersecurity has been the number 2 or number 3 priority for the United States government. The problem is, number 1 always gets too much attention. Number 1 is always the focus and the focus and the focus and never gets the proper attention. And that's the issue. When are we going to make cybersecurity the number 1 problem? How many more American citizens have to get hurt? How many more people have to get their identity stolen? How many hard-working people have to get their retirement compromised? How many veterans have to get their accounts wiped out before we make this a priority? And my point for making this video is, yes, part of it is to start calling out the people that need to fix this problem. We need to unite forces. American citizens are amazing at driving change. We protest when things are not being done. Why aren't there any protests on Washington about cybersecurity? Why wasn't there any protests on Washington after the Marriott breach? Seriously, 500 million records and we don't care? That doesn't bother you? We should all, including myself, should be jumping in our cars, driving down to D.C. and protesting just like everything else. Now, yes, we go in and we protest a lot of good causes. There were many people protested when there was going to be a new Supreme Court justice that they didn't agree with. But why aren't we protesting when companies are not protecting our information? We need to stand up, we need to unite, and we need to put pressure on our congressmen, on the White House, on Capitol Hill to start passing laws to protect us. And guess what? There's precedence. The European Union recognized the importance to protect their citizens' digital records, and multiple years have worked on GDPR, the General Data Regulation Protection, and that has actually passed in May of this year. So the EU has stepped up to protect their citizens. So yes, when Marriott happens, guess what? GDPR, the General Data Protection Regulation, I think I mixed that up earlier. Sorry, I think I did GDPR on there. They're going after them. They're protecting their citizens. Why isn't the United States government doing the same thing? And you know something? Let's put politics aside. If we can't figure it out, why don't we just adapt GDPR? It's not perfect, but but it's a heck of a lot better than what we have today. So there's precedence. Other countries are doing it, and it's time for the United States government to stop arguing about stupid things. Democrats, Republicans, bipartisan, whoever it is, need to unite and start passing real cybersecurity laws that protect our citizens like GDPR, because guess what? After 2018, enough is enough.